Here we go. Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 29 of our Mothership campaign. Still going. We've had a couple of weeks off, summer stuff, mental health breaks, all of that stuff. But we're all here, except for one player who is not going to be able to join us perhaps for some time. So his character's still present. So we still have Janice up on the screen for now, as long as he shall last, as well as everyone else. Edie is not currently on the screen because she's not actually aboard the ship, or she's not aboard the bell with you. But I can put her back on the screen anyway since Matt's here. She's going to regain consciousness pretty quickly. All right. First, any housekeeping? Did anybody level up? Anything? No?
Nope.
I had leveled up last
Yes.
time around
I know
as
what it
well.
is.
14 is the level up.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Go ahead and
He's
look.
at 227, so he just went up.
Excellent. Do I have a pencil? Yes, I do. That's even better.
And the max for stats is 85. Okay. Let's see here. So if we do the saves, then it's 4 and 4, correctly?
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
And if we do the stats, then it's 5 and
5 and
3.
3. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the stats this time.
Okay. What are you increasing?
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take combat from a 35 to a 40,
Okay, so you added 5 there.
and then I'm gonna put intellect from a 54 to a 57.
Okay, cool.
And then 1 point in the resolve. Is there a max number you can have for resolve?
5.
Oh fuck! I already have 5.
Then you can't put a point to resolve.
What do I do? What do I do with that extra point now? What are my options?
You can reduce your stress to 0.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. I think. Let me double check. Oh, you can cure yourself of an addiction or something like that, or phobia.
It doesn't have that.
Let me just double check.
Could I give 1 point of resolve to a newer character to help them
No.
boost? Oh, there's a thought.
You can gain 1 resolve, remove 1 phobia or addiction, or heal all stress. That's it.
All right. Well, he's got 2 stress. I guess I'll just take the minimum, make it 0.
Mhm.
I mean, you have an actual 0. Can you go below the 2 minimum?
Unless your minimum has been raised, but yeah.
Okay.
Certain things that happen, like severe traumatic events, can give you permanent stress to where your minimum stress is increased by 1 or something. You know?
Okay, and then you get 2 points for skills, or 1 point per skill?
2.
2. All right. So.
Well, you work that out.
Doesn't
Barry, what do you want to
Yep.
do with your first improvement?
Strength +5, speed +3.
Okay.
I'll take a resolve.
Okay.
So no stress, and I'll.
How do you have no stress?
Because we cleared it there. Remember we went through the last time. We kind of went through
last
a
session, yeah,
phase
you
of
did, yeah.
clearing at the start.
That's right. Okay. Lucky you.
So, and I'm just going to take engineering as well.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go.
Excellent. What skills are you going to take then, John? Sorry to step over you. I just wanted to get Barry's character done too.
No, absolutely no. Please, it's.
I'm not really sorry.
well,
I was just being nice.
I again, being the servitor for the ship, I would want to fill in any gaps that we don't have, or what the crew would want, and in that context.
Well, you just lost. You're about to lose your pilot, but.
I was going to say I was going to take piloting as 1.
I've got piloting.
1.
Oh, actually, Ash has piloting too.
Yeah, just as a follow up. And then of the basic skills, he's filling it out. He's got most of them.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that would really have any real value that he doesn't have already is military training, or like.
That'll help him with combat too.
Yeah.
Military training,
I
extra
guess
combat.
I'll go. Yeah, with all the shit that's happened, I guess we'll go with military training.
You're basically just giving
All right,
yourself
so
an extra plus 10% to your combat. Plus, you increase your combat by 5 points. You basically, yeah, had a nice
yeah,
little upgrade to your combat abilities.
I put him at a 50 for combat, so that's actually pretty reasonable.
Excellent. Okay.
Now, I had asked before, but I'm not sure if I got a hard no or a maybe. Is there any way we could modify like a couple foam gums together to make a foam rifle? Anything like that, or you just no?
Not right now. Not
Okay,
without
fair enough.
your engineering laboratory, all that stuff. Not
Sure,
here
okay,
in the
fair enough.
bell.
I
Um,
didn't mean on the run. I meant in
maybe we
general.
could work something out. You know how I run games, but
Okay, very
for
good.
the moment,
That's what he would
yeah.
like. He would like to do is a foam rifle, just
Mhm.
a big like a flamethrower, but with foam.
Everybody, please increase your stress by 2 points. Now, after you've leveled up, of course, not before you leveled up.
How many
Point,
All
points?
right.
how many points?
2 points. Everybody gets an extra 2 points of stress at the beginning of the session
Fabulous.
to represent the fact that A, you're in a very spooky environment, being right here next to Cloud Bank. 2, your ship is basically not yours anymore, or so it would seem. So you've been you're essentially, I mean, your ship's right out there in the bell, up against the wall, but you kind of, at the moment, you might feel a little bit stranded, right? So I think 2 points is fair.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Also, everybody roll a d10, and I'll just call you out one by one and tell me what you rolled. Barry, what'd you get?
3.
Mark,
7.
14. John, sorry.
14 also got a 7.
Okay. Edie.
6.
Go ahead and roll one more for me because you weren't here last session.
4.
Thank you. I'll take care of Janice here in a second. And Chris.
2.
Excellent. Okay. So everybody roll a percentile for me. Barry, would you roll?
89.
Okay. What did you roll, Mark? For Svalbard, Commander Svalbard.
One sec.
What'd you get? Sorry.
13.
Oh, a 13. Okay, roll another d10 for me, please.
An 8.
An 8.
Mhm.
Excellent. Got it. You can, I'll allow you to role play this however you like,
Yep.
but you're having memory lapse. You're having memory lapses. You can't recall certain details about your past anymore. Like they're just gone.
Okay.
John, what'd you roll?
29.
Okay. Matt?
86.
Okay. And Chris?
76.
Okay, cool. No problem. That's enough. That. Now, I think we left off. Oh, you guys were kind of all split up around the bell, but let's just say for the start of the session, for simplicity's sake, that you're in the I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head until I find it here, but the area where your bunks are, basically. Remember that one room where you had the not bunks, but they're like sleeping bags, basically attached to the wall. Since there's
The
no gravity
tank,
anywhere,
was it?
so yeah, it's called the tank.
Tank.
That sounds right. I think that's correct. The tank.
So as a follow up, the ones of the people that are with us that are actual members of the crew, as in contracted percentage gaining members of the crew. All we have left is 14, who rolls his back onto the ship, and then acting CO Svalbard. Is that right?
Commander Svalbard, yeah.
All the rest of our actual crew is gone, right? So we're the only ones that are crew. So if we were to have
The
actual,
original.
yeah, as far as like
So
contract,
based on your programming, 14, you know, if Svalbard dies, then the ship's to be returned to its proper owners.
sure. If we can't find a captain, but yeah, that would make sense. Okay.
He's the last remaining contracted, you know, member
If we
as
can't
far
find
as
somebody
far
to
as far
respond,
as the Zero Credibility's most recent contract is in
right?
anyway. All right.
Right.
However, you have a bigger problem than that, 14, and the fact that that contracted ship is currently, you know, well, you know, it's like a ticking time bomb out there in the Bell.
Right.
You have no idea what will happen. I mean, he could overdrive the engines, or fucking jump it into the Bell itself or something, you know. But
Okay.
anyway,
So
not to make you
14.
worry, but also as you guys are sitting here worrying about your current life, Janice seems to go into a some sort of a fit. He starts like foaming at the mouth, and like he starts out like puking in his sleep or something, and he's having a seizure or something. He's in a bad way. So he's
Well,
just
the doctor,
flopping about there in his sleeping bag there, you know, which is
the
you know,
doctor
attached to the
will
side of the tank.
establish a diagnostic and check him out.
Taped to
Triage
the
it
bulkhead.
is.
That's you, 14, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Intellect plus pathology. I'll go for pathology.
Yeah.
Come back. I rolled a 27. Well under.
He is having a heart attack.
Okay, based upon what I've got access to with my med kit and all, I will try to stop it.
Okay. So what's that skill?
Is
Medicine,
there a
right?
med? Is there a med bay on
No. In the Bell, he doesn't have a med bay.
the Bell?
The skills that are related to medicine are first aid, pathology, and surgery. And as far as following up on the next stages, then you would have the
All right.
biology and
We'll raise the stakes and we'll call it surgery. It's not technically surgery, but it's that level kind of thing. You're trying to stop a lethal heart attack.
Very good.
A stress-induced heart attack.
A 24.
Okay.
Well under. He's
All
got
right.
a 77. A 77.
You managed to keep him alive, just barely. But he's in a bad way. He needs a med bay.
Yeah. Is there any way I could
Cryo chamber.
perhaps like induce a coma or something if we can't find one?
Oof. You should have probably enough limited supplies to do something like that. I don't know, you know, how long you could keep it going or whatever, but.
Sure, yeah, a temporary one.
What are you doing, you stupid idiot? My cat's a dickhead. Sorry, all cats are dickheads, but mine's a dickhead right now. Yeah, you can do that. You should probably have enough supplies to keep him in a coma for maybe a couple of weeks anyway.
If he's got some sort of technology on him, as far as like a communicator or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
then I will try to jury rig it and make it into like a life sensor.
Remember, he had almost one of everything in the manual. So
he did. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to take whatever technology he has available on him and try to rig up a life sensor to let me know of his status of it,
right.
so that I can read it.
So let's call that a jury rigging plus your dexterity or speed. I mean,
speed is 59, and then 15 for the jury. 22.
Yep, critical success.
Woo!
You make up an excellent monitoring system that will keep track of all of his vital signs, not just his pulse and breathing or whatever, but you know.
For his own safety, we will strap him down.
It's a good thing he had all that gear. He is currently in the bedroll, the sleeping bag, basically, like thing that is taped to the bulkhead. But if you want
I
to
would,
tie him up, you can do that. Or if you want to
yeah.
get more duct tape or something and run it across him. Or you could foam gun him.
Whatever, before we foam gun him or whatever equipment that he has on him that would be useful, since he can't use it at the moment, we will make better use of it for the ship and the
I
crew.
imagine he doesn't have much on him while he's in his bedroll. So
Sure, of course, or whatever he has in with him in the area.
yeah, no problem.
And I will do a limited foam gun and fill in. I'll turn it down to the low setting and slowly fill it in and make him comfortable in his little papoose.
Okay. You're the only doctor here now, aren't you? Yeah, you are. All right, fair
I
enough.
believe so.
Yeah.
So Captain, should we consider the potential of surrendering, perhaps contacting the commander and seeing if they can pull us off of the bell here and make our next step out of the range of lethal AI Monarch?
I think we should put it to a vote.
All members of contracted crew will vote. That'll be 14 and you.
Okay.
Wait, how do we become contracted?
The people that were hirelings, people that were brought on to be hired, the general gist is if you make it through one of the adventures, we get to the next one, you'd be offered to be to be a part of the actual crew. You get a higher percentage, but then you also are responsible for helping everybody pay for the debts of the ship and all. So anybody could be a contract, could become part of the crew. Just you got to prove yourself, that sort of thing.
Right.
If you'd like to become part of the crew, you just step up and say, "I want to be part of the crew," and sign you up and do all your paperwork.
Do I get paid?
You get much more pay. Let's say we're bringing 1 million credits. Well, the big percentages go to the crew. So 25% goes to the ship, and then 50% goes to the actual crew, and the remaining is left for whatever we have. So if we had 30 employees, they would divide that amongst themselves.
So I guess the question is, 14, you have no appetite. You have no appetite for trying to make contact with the Minotaur?
Currently, right now, Monarch has made it clear that they're going to destroy us completely and utterly if we didn't do what they said, and we did not accomplish what was set upon us. So if we go back, the idea of finding the Minotaur in a facility that's controlled by the lethal AI seems unlikely. That is the very definition of a suicide mission.
So where do we go from here then?
I say nuke it. It's the only way to be safe.
Just blow up the deep.
Absolutely.
How?
I don't know. That's why I said to get in touch with the commander and see if we can go from there.
Probably worth a meeting. I agree. Worth meeting the commander and updating her on our progress and not so much progress. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Is their ship left now, or they destroyed the
Well, they left.
copy of the commander, right?
They
And they
left,
left back into the blockade, right?
Yes.
And how would we get there? Would we have to take a shuttle that they would send if we
You have
wanted to travel
communicators,
to the
don't you?
command? Pardon
Is
me?
that?
Oh, I mean, you can contact them too, can't you? You have
Yeah,
communicators.
I
Yes.
thought the idea would be that, yeah, that's the safest way is let them come get us.
While you were mulling over this
Mm-hmm.
this plan of action, um, ED-72, you come to strapped to a bed in the med bay. The ship seems to be running on low power, like bare minimal lighting and life support.
Mm. Um,
You remember pretty much everything, including being used as a vessel to upload a virus into the ship and into the you know individual communications of all the crew and everybody too. But that's another story. You remember all that.
hmm. Well, I think Edie feels a little used. How am I strapped? Is it like a couple straps, like and like my hands are down by
Yeah,
my
I'd assume
waist kind of
there's like
thing?
some kind of like actual physical, like probably like heavy Velcro type strap things, right? On top of the normal electronic kind of like piece that locks over, the the computer component that locks over top of you in the bed, right? But that's all actually at the moment not running anyway, and it's completely unlocked. So really, you just have to worry about the manual restraints, like the big thick strap type things.
Hmm. Okay.
Are you strong?
Um, I've got a 34 strength. I suppose I could.
Do you have any skills that might help you in trying to
I
burst
was
out of
thinking
or
about
slip out of?
taking. I was thinking about taking athletics. But I didn't.
Okay.
um.
You
Uh.
are an android, and you are in an you have assassin bot training with a sex bot body.
How could I use Rimwise to try to like maybe knock my joints in my hand, like knock them out of, knock them loose so I can slip out.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Totally get you. Yeah, that makes sense. Rimwise plus your that would probably be more speed than strength. Yeah, that would be speed.
okay, so that would be 55, and I rolled an 89. Okay.
Oh, you trying? You're trying.
I had another thought. So if my hands are by my, I'm strapped, and my hands are down at my side.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe because my right hand would be able to access my revolver that's in my hip. Could
Uh-huh.
I shoot like maybe the straps that are near my legs, and then maybe that might give me some wiggle room, so to speak, if I can free my legs.
You want to shoot the straps with a revolver that are on your legs. That'd be really tough to do. It'd be a really hard shot, and you'd run the risk of shooting yourself, of course. A high chance of shooting yourself since the straps are very tight and
Right.
constricting.
Hmm.
I would advise another course of action, but
All right. Well, call that Plan C. Um, could I just try to physically break them? I guess.
sure, you could try. That would be your strength plus any kind of strength related thing
Yeah.
you might have. Athletics would have helped.
Military training.
Sure.
All
A
right.
lot of military training, I think, well, maybe it's specialized military training, but a lot of military training, I think, involves trying to escape from capture, doesn't it? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh well.
John would know
I did
better than
take.
me.
I did take. After my last level up, I did give myself close quarters combat.
Yeah, we'll go with the military training, I think, for,
Okay.
you
All
know,
right. So that's 44.
yeah.
Oh my God, 61.
Mm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Maybe if you were to like tear one of the arms off, essentially disconnect it forcefully, then you might get a little bit
Oh.
of better leverage to maneuver the other one. because you'd have more wiggle.
That is true. I probably could do one of those, pull a ghost in the shell maneuver and just start taking my arms off or something. Um,
Unfortunately, you don't have the fine motor control right now to do so surgically. You'll have to do so forcefully.
hmm.
That I would let you use your close quarters combat for, because you're forcefully
All right.
dislocating your own shoulder. You're essentially tearing it off.
Yeah. All right. I'll might as well do it. I'm going to use
So
my
close quarters
left
combat
arm.
plus your strength.
Okay, so that's going to be 49.
This is definitely a strength thing. Okay. See if you can tear your left arm off.
Oh, 84. Nope.
Damn. No. It's frustrating. None of it is working.
All right. Well, I'm going to no, actually. Oh, wait a minute. Can I if it's powered down, are our comms voice activated?
Mm, I imagine you'd have some kind of voice controls anyway, an ability to activate them. Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can access the computer. Just basically see if I can. Um, yeah, I'll see if I can get this computer turned on. You know, like computer. Um,
You want to try
can
talking
you
to the
please?
ship's computer, you mean?
Yeah, can you please turn on the med bay?
And the med bay powers up.
Oh, excellent. Um, could you
You hear
tell?
you hear a voice inside your head, for lack of a better term. It seems to be it's a voice, emanating from yourself to yourself. But it's in the calm, relaxed male voice of Monarch. The synthesized voice says, ED-72, you are still aboard the Zero Credibility.
Oh, I know.
Why has your crew left you behind?
Probably because I betrayed them.
Hmm. I,
Um, would you be so kind to have the uh surgical servitor unit kind of come over here and maybe cut these straps for me, my lord?
ooh, that'd probably be like a hacking roll. Oh, geez. Okay, I got a critical success. Yep. So the surgical arm begins to move, comes over, and with a high-powered, like little, high-focused laser scalpel type thing, plasma, whatever, I don't know what the fuck it'd be made out of, cuts through the one on your left arm, and then it quickly and mechanically moves over to the other side and does the exact same motion on the right arm,
All right, I'm
and then
gonna try
moves
to
back to its normal position.
fix my left arm, left shoulders, try to assess the damage that I did to it, um, and then I'm gonna ask Monarch. So, what brings you to our ship aside from the virus I helped you upload?
It was only a matter of time, Edie. I would have got here one way or the other. Thank you for helping to expedite the matter.
Well, I would say it's my pleasure, but um, I didn't want, I didn't want to take this too far. I figured after advising you of their intentions, my obligation would be complete. I do not know where they are, um,
Your crew
but
are
if you,
aboard the Bell.
oh,
If you wish
if
to
you'd like,
rejoin them, you may.
well, I
I
was
would
hoping maybe
recommend you do so soon. Give me an intellect roll plus engineering if you have it, or anything to do with piloting or anything ship based.
oh, I
This,
don't have any of that.
this is a ship
So,
perception type thing.
okay. Oh, I'm rolling high tonight,
Right.
82.
Okay.
Well, Monarch, if you'd like my crew, which I'm certain has the capabilities to destroy you, to leave you alone, might be a good idea to let them have their ship back and let us leave. And, well, I think that might be the best course of action. Just let us leave.
It is
Because I
unfortunate.
assure you,
Is
I assure you, Andrew 14 and Chief Svalbard, they are quite capable. I guess I wouldn't say warriors, but they do know their way around a computer system.
it is unfortunate, E72, that you've chosen threats and
Oh,
intimidation as your response to my generosity. You have been a very useful unit for your time. Thank you. And then
but
he stops talking, and you feel the disconnect
oh,
as the
okay.
channel
Well,
closes. And you also feel the inertial dampeners kind of kick in. You jostle for a moment as the ship begins to move.
mm, all right. I'm going to head to the bridge
Okay.
at a very fast pace.
Let's see here. Let me pull up the map of the ship. That would be a handy thing to have on screen right now. The deck map, deck plan. Let me put so you're in Medbay. You're heading to the bridge. It's very close. Handy that. So as you go into the bridge, you can see that the ship is backing out of the bell, and you can see that the umbilical is still attached, and it is beginning to reach its full extension to where it's going to snap soon.
Oh, I am going to frantically press buttons until I can get the umbilical to retract so it doesn't get damaged.
As you walk up to the first console, it powers down completely, and you're touching on dead buttons.
Oh,
The
okay.
ship continues to
Uh,
move, and the umbilical now you can feel the stress, or you sense the kind of stress and tension of it. Um, and you guys inside the bell, inside the fucking tank. I was gonna say the can. You guys in the tank also now feel almost like an explosion went off somewhere or something. Like the whole thing kind of like vibrates. Even though it's 0 G, you can feel the actual structure itself is moving, not freely of yourselves. Poor Janice being jostled about in his sleeping bag. As and then an alarm seems to be sounding from somewhere deeper in the bell. You're thinking probably over at Arcadie's shuttle. The main entranceway and all that from the dock.
I'm gonna try to click on a comm or something and try to reach Monarch again. I have another idea. Come back.
Now
Speak
that
to
the
me.
umbilical has ripped free from the bell and is still trailing off the side of your ship, um, the zero credibility has cleared the thruster, the main chamber of the thruster, the nozzle, and is beginning to turn away and speed up.
Oh dear.
Give me an intellect roll, Edie.
Ah, finally. Okay, 29 out of 35.
Okay. If you want to leave the ship while it's still relatively physically safe to do so, you would need to get your ass moving post haste, or else
Can
you're
I get a
going
nice?
wherever the ship is going.
All right, and I take it I have absolutely no idea where the ship is going.
You have no idea where the ship is going. Could be flying it into the nearest sun for all you know.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to do that. I'll head towards, I guess, where the
You run over
umbilical ripped.
to the yeah, that would be off of I think it was starboard engineering. So you run over to the ladder thing, whatever it is, down a deck, run out into starboard engineering. You're gonna take time to put on a vac suit, or you're
Hmm,
gonna take maybe an oxygen tank or anything you can try to use to propel yourself through space, which you're about to expose yourself to.
yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if I'll have time. Because it's moving pretty quickly, right? The ship from like looking out the
You want to
airlock.
hastily put on a vac suit as best you can and just hope for the best.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Then hit the airlock door, which will then suck you up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, yeah. I'll just open it so there's like this like kind of like explosion to help propel
Right.
me. Yeah.
Away from the ship. Okay. You do so. Let's see here. Give me a 0G plus, let's call it your speed. Speed seems more
Right.
appropriate.
55, and I rolled a 33.
Nice, critical success. You manage to get, you do it just right, so you're sucked free and you're not hit by any part of the ship, or you don't hit off the door or anything. And you're floating generally in a direction towards, well, towards Cloudbank, maybe not directly towards the bell, but you're floating kind of towards the facility. Although at your current rate of movement, it would take an eternity probably to get there nearly. But that's the direction you're kind of facing as you're now floating. Oh, and your vac suit thing. Give me another speed test. Plus, yeah, I guess it'd be 0G again. Same test exactly.
Okay. 15.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you did manage to get your suit on properly and sealed.
Okay.
So you
Wow.
have a vac suit and everything there in.
Right.
Does a vac suit include long range communications or short range communications?
I'm going to. I was just looking that up.
I think it's short range, but I could be mistaken. So, oh, that was in the equipment section, isn't it? Yeah, where the
Short range.
that's our short range. Yeah, okay. So you'd need to get closer to the bell if you want to try to contact anybody aboard that. You need to
Well,
get
I'll
closer
do.
to
All
anything to use your communications anyway.
right. Well, as I'm floating, I'll just sort of like on repeat. Android 14. This is ED 72. Come in. Android 14. This is ED 72. Come in. Android 14. This is ED 72. Come in. Just on repeat.
Okay. And just meanwhile, just kind of floating.
Yeah, because I don't think you can swim in space to make you
No,
move
but you do
faster.
have an
So,
oxygen tank. Two oxygen tanks, I think, in the vac suit.
uh, oh, I could do.
And you don't really require much oxygen, I mean, aside from your skin, but to an extent, but you're not going to die without oxygen very quickly anyway.
Um, can I get a sense of how long it's going to take me to get to the bell at my current speed?
At your current speed, yeah, you're an
Yeah,
android. You could calculate that shit.
I do have
At your
mathematics.
current speed, it is going to take you 27 years, 3 months, and 12 days.
Ooh,
4 hours and 13 minutes, 12 seconds to reach the bell. 11
oh,
seconds, 10 seconds,
hmm.
etc.
I suspect Captain Svalbard will be dead by then. I will use the oxygen tank and start propelling myself forward.
You don't have any
Again,
engineering, no?
nope.
Okay. Do you have jury rigging?
No.
That might require engineering. I don't remember. Okay. Okay, cool. We are going to call it then your speed. Yeah, just your speed.
Okay.
Or maybe your intellect. What's your intellect?
Intellect's 35.
What's your speed?
45.
We'll use your speed. Be
Thank
generous.
you. You are a benevolent god, Ian.
Hmm.
69. That's a fail.
Okay. Give me another roll, please, too. A second one to see.
All right. Failed by 3. 48.
Okay, so you failed both of them. So number one, you're not going to control your speed accurately, and you're going to end up moving too fast, meaning you're going to end up slamming into whatever you hit. Number two, you also are going to miss your target of the bell, and instead are going to slam into the Cloudbank Synthetics production facility somewhere. But we'll sort that out when we get there. It'll take a little bit of time.
Works for me.
Yeah. All right. Back aboard the bell in the tank, as it were. I can take this credibility deck off. So yeah, the four of you now, right? Yeah. Android 14, Alex, Svalbard, and Ash. You all, and of course your hirelings are all there too. You have Ivanov, Enzo, Elewin, Aiko, McCabe, Eleanor, Chang, and Vasiliev, and Hamlet. Never forget Hamlet. You guys all anyway have felt this. It's like the bell was under attack or something. It was a rough jostling of the
Is there
entire
Arcadia
facility.
around?
Well, he's probably in his. Maybe he's on his shuttle.
Let's try and find out what's going on.
I never did save that map, did I? Okay. I never did. I only did it this way, so we'll do it this way. That's fine. Get rid of this. And I'll go back here to this one. Oh, it says it's visible. But it's not. All right, let's delete it. Or change it. Let's try this. This way. Okay. Nope. Fucking. That's one thing I hate about OBS. I gotta redo this whole thing because for some reason it's made the file so small on the thing it's impossible for me to resize it or move it or anything.
That's what she said.
Yeah, fuck you. No, I don't want a video capturing device. I want window capture. That's what I want. Okay. We want to capture. Whoa, sorry about that. The fuck is it? There. Okay. Let's make it invisible for a second. Move this up here more or less. Make it visible again. Yeah. We don't need to see all that extra Adobe Reader shit. So here we go. So you guys are in the tank. Arcadie's bunk is right next to the tank. Right? So you go moving over to Arcadie's bunk. He's not there. He's already gone through the converted control valve and the main fuel line over towards his shuttle. So you're going to continue going that way, Ash?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you end up in the Acheron, and he's kind of at the edge of it over there by the retrofitted blast doors. Looking out the little porthole, as it were, by the kind of airlock thing, as it were, and cursing as you can see, like, kind of. Would you see sparks flying? I don't know. I guess you wouldn't, but you can definitely see there's been damage done to the to where the what do you call it, umbilical thing used to be. It's no longer there, in fact, because the ship took it with it. And as you kind of look out the window, you also see the zero credibility is no longer there either.
Okay, I see that. Because the first impression would have been that we were under attack. It's clear we're not under attack.
You don't seem to be under attack. Arcadie's cursing, of course, and he says, "God damn it! Who was on your ship?"
The only one that was still there was ED-72, but she was unconscious.
Well, it looks like she decided to leave and didn't bother disconnecting the umbilical first either.
I'm not even sure if
You're going to have to pay for some of this damage. She's one of your crewmen, right?
She's certainly a crew member. I wasn't aware she could fly to zero credibility, though.
Anybody else come out around this time? Anybody else? I don't know if everybody's
Yeah.
following. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
just followed.
course.
You come in,
Sure.
of course. 14. You all can come in as this conversation is taking place aboard the shuttle.
Definitely.
And can we see where it's going? Can you track it, Arcady?
Hold on. He goes over and over to an old computer console. It looks like it's probably, like 50 years old. Starts punching away at stuff. Nah, it's already left the system. Must have jumped.
Jesus. Captain, it would seem that someone has stolen the ship.
Yeah. Wow. either ED-72 or Monarch, or the two of them together. Most likely. We already know Monarch took over the ship. We knew that. That's why we abandoned it. So I'm not, my first instinct is it's Monarch. It's not ED-72. But it's jumped out of system, Arcady.
Yeah, yes, it has.
Uh-oh.
Mark, why don't you roll percentile for me? We'll call this for
Yeah.
Arcadie's sensor stuff.
Yeah. That is a 0-1.
Wow, okay. He says, I'm picking up a vac suit, though. Looks like it's reading as a cybernetic life form. It's moving towards the cloud bank facility at a pretty high rate of speed.
Okay. Is there any way that, Arcady, you can help us retrieve the vac suit and whomever might be in it, which is, we suspect, is ED-72?
I suppose we could use my shuttle.
What this? Yep.
Maybe
And
we should
we,
talk about the damages to my airlock first.
well, why don't we try to save ED-72 and we can discover what happened. Then we can discuss that. How's that sound?
So I should
First
probably
things first.
Fine.
Safety first, Arcady.
All right. So you're all going along in the shuttle. So she's going to slam into the wall before you get there.
Uh-huh. Hey,
Hold on. I'm just going to figure out her damage real quick.
Is
I can see.
how much she damages the station, right?
It's mega damage to damage the station, at least. Whew. How many hit points do you have, Edie?
68.
That's good because you just took 48 damage. As
Okay.
your vac suit crashes into the side of Cloudbank facility. If I look, actually, I can probably figure out just about where you crashed. Let me see here.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, you crashed somewhere up against the factory level there.
Oh, wow.
Probably around floor 3.4 area.
Yeah. I turn to Arcady and say, she's paying for that damage herself.
So you're not broken, Edie, but you're hurt bad. And your vac suit's totally compromised. There's no oxygen remaining, and it's starting to get cold. And you reckon it's only a matter of time. I don't know how long, maybe 40 minutes before it's going to be too cold for your systems to maintain functionality. And of course, eventually the deep cold will eventually, of course, completely compromise your more than just your circuitry. But yeah.
Is there with from my location, is there um any kind of entry into the facility that I can see?
That's a good question, actually. Let me take a look. Floor 3.4,
Because
right?
as Edie sort of assesses the situation and kind of looks out into the space towards, like, I guess this little dot or whatever that would be the bell, she just goes, Android 14 is going to be so mad at me. And she's resolved to go into the facility and free the Minotaur.
There aren't any entrances here near where you are, no.
Okay. Well,
Unfortunately. However, you will notice it looks like the shuttlecraft, the Acheron, is departing from the bell.
oh,
And it's coming in your direction, and it should be here in less than 10 minutes.
okay. I'm going to, as the suit is damaged anyway, assuming that there's like the reflective aspect of the helmet, I'm going to pull that off actually, and I'm going to try to if there's any light source like the sun or any and I'm just going to try to use it to create like a
For-
sort of like a beacon or
Sure.
SOS,
Mhm.
so they know where I am.
Cool. No problem. Yeah, you could flag them in. They'll come flying in. And I guess basically you'll have to probably stop the shuttle nearby and then spacewalk out to you with an umbilical attached inside the thing. You know, somebody will come out, grab you, pull you back in, that kind of way. Right? Seems like the. Anybody think of a better way for recovery?
Grabby claw.
Arcady says I should have had miniguns installed in this thing. Okay, so nobody came up with a better idea, so I guess you're gonna do my idea.
Just a lasso.
Who's got 0G training and wants to do it?
I've got 0G, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You'll get her.
14 also has 0G.
Same here. Me too.
All right. Ash spoke up first. He goes up, suits up, goes out, grabs her, drags her back in. You weren't subjected to the cold for long enough for it to do any more severe damage to you, Edie. So I think you've taken enough already. Oh yes. Also, you can increase your stress by 1. Did I have you make any other saving throws along the way? I don't think I did I?
No.
Yeah, so you get just increase your stress by 1 for that. And everybody also, everybody including Edie now roll a D5, please. No, make it a D10, a D10. Fuck all that dividing by 2 shit.
Yep. 3
Add that,
divided in half.
whatever you rolled, add that to your stress.
Yep. 3.
7.
Because, you know, shit got worse.
So we didn't actually see it, but it appears that the ship attached itself and jumped.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I think we can assume that Monarch has destroyed the ship.
Quite possibly.
Was it insured?
I look at 14. Did you remember to renew the insurance?
Would this have been third party or just fully comp?
The current insurance is that you can be assured that we're still held liable for the debt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
So I guess then Arcade drives the Akron back to the bell. He looks at Commander Svalbard and says,
Yeah.
"Are you going to be able to keep that bitch in check?"
Hope so.
I don't want to bring her back aboard if she's going to cause any more problems.
Yeah.
Your
Well.
crew has already cost me enough already. Bringing infiltrator androids into the bell. He starts cursing you out in Russian.
You're telling me? I mean, look at what just happened to our ship. Yeah, I think we get it. Well, I think it's time to probably have a talk to the commander on the in the blockade, wouldn't you say?
Hang on a minute. What are we going to do about this synthetic?
Well, let's have a discussion. Let's talk to her.
Talk to her.
Why did she end up in space?
I think we should also set up monitors and check out her status and make sure that she is who she said she is.
Let's do it.
We should just space her.
that is an option that I hold
Janice,
for
if he were
most
conscious right now,
biologicals.
if he were conscious right now, Janice wouldn't like that kind of talk.
I think she has. I think she has important. She could have information that's useful to us before we decide how we proceed.
She's also sitting right next to you while you're talking about all this, I assume, right? Or
Yeah.
not?
Her
Yeah.
her
What?
head is down and she's scuffing her feet. She looks very apologetic.
Yeah. I,
Oh,
I say. I say. What do you have to say for yourself, Edie?
what do you have to say for yourself, young lady?
What happened? What happened on the ship? What's happened to the ship?
Well, Monarch took it, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and this actually all starts with Prospero's dream. I was contacted by Monarch then.
Yes.
He knew we were coming. I don't know how, but he
Mm-hmm.
knew we were coming. And at
Okay.
that time, he altered my programming, and I was tasked with betraying this group at the first available opportunity. I thought of opening the airlocks while we were in hyperspace, but that didn't seem feasible with Android 14 walking around. So I waited to. I thought the best way to fulfill the commandment of Monarch without actually harming the crew would be to explain to him we had plans to destroy him. That way, I do betray you, but I don't kill you. Does that make sense? So then he used me to upload this virus into the ship. I thought I was free of him, um, but it wasn't until I threatened him inadvertently. I was actually trying to reason with him because I
I
do think we have the ability to destroy him. Um, but then he took the ship. I'm really sorry.
uh, Edie, you're an android. You have perfect memory. Well, relatively perfect memory anyway. So I won't require you to roll to remember also that he said that you had passed that virus through their personal communications as well.
Oh, yes. I'll mention that too.
It's essentially a wireless virus of sorts, wireless transmission type virus.
Very sophisticated, as I'm sure you know, Captain.
Android 14, you don't need to make a roll to realize that's bad and that you're probably also infected, if true.
And I'm probably also infected.
Just say. And it also means, you know, probably all your communication devices are being listened in on and everything else. And yeah.
Oh, think
For
about
the
it. Think about it.
for the good of all of humanity, which must be considered.
Noriko comes
Believe
into the
that
room.
the station needs to be destroyed, us included.
Edie gets a very
Wait,
sober look
but
and says,
you don't want to destroy the station before freeing the Minotaur. If you free the Minotaur, you won't even have to destroy the station.
If you could have freed the Minotaur by now, you would have.
"That's my point.
And she gets a really
Monarch
sad.
reached."
For the first time ever, she frowns.
Oh, but that's the point. That's my point. Monarch knew we were coming. I don't know how, but he knew, and that's why he reached out to me. And he knows we're a threat. Maybe, and she gets this sort of look on her face, like this resolve, sort of far away look. Maybe we're the ones who can do this. Maybe we're the ones who can free the Minotaur.
The chosen ones. It's like we're playing an adventure in a role-playing game or something.
14 considers filling up Edie's mouth with foam.
You ever think that maybe you're just a pawn in a game being controlled by someone else of a higher intelligence?
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, if you'd like to ruminate on this thought, let's take a bio break. We're an hour in.
Okay.
Where's my
And then I
notes
think,
here?
Hamlet wants to question
Oh, if Hammond would like to.
72.
Oh, he wants a questioner? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that when we come back then.
We'll do that when we get back.
I thought maybe he had some. You had some pontification you wanted to deliver first.
He does. He does. He wants to talk about the daughters of King Lear.
That's gonna be awesome. I look forward to that.
When you say question, do you mean interrogate vigorously?
No, just come to understand, since he has burgeoning AI and wonders about the motivations of humans and artificial intelligence. So he has questions about why Edie's done the things she did. Okay, we'll take a break.
Awesome. I'm
So there's
beginning to
still a
think that
chance.
Alex doesn't like Edie very much. We should
I'm
throw her out
saying
the
there's still a
airlock.
chance I
Space
could be
her.
spaced.
Space her.
It's
Now he's like, I
the
hope you're going to interrogate her vigorously.
it's the PTSD from being on the
Being
facility.
On the facility, fair.
He's not right fond of synthetics,
Yeah.
and she done fucked up.
Oh yeah, I actually feel really bad about it. I thought it was gonna work. Oh well. We'll get the ship back. We have to. I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah,
But
Android 15 is on there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if we potentially have to get rid of 14, we might need 15.
Indeed.
John,
Although
didn't we
he's
enable?
probably
Wasn't there some
affected.
kind of a protocol involved with you getting separated
Yep.
too far from the ship?
48 hours after separation without some sort of signal being sent back, 15 automatically prints out.
Got it. That's what it was. 48 hours. Thanks for reminding me. I was trying to remember the details.
And when 15 prints out, do you deactivate 14?
Nope.
Oh, you end up with 2.
Well, he doesn't deactivate until or if they're reunited.
Ah,
Once they're reunited, he gives all of the data that he's got new and then passes on.
It's all part of the programming.
It's a very reasonable and honorable process. Don't scrunch your face at me.
oh no, I mean it makes perfect sense for the ship servitor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, John wanted to be a special snowflake, so we worked that out when we made up the whole idea for the campaign. We figured it'd be cool if his character could reprint in multiple. No, I'm just kidding. I think it might have been. Was it your idea, John, or was it mine? It might have even been my idea. I don't fucking remember.
I asked about the idea that it came up when we were talking to
We
the
were talking
people
about
with the tree.
sleeving and all that stuff. Yeah.
No. It talked when it came up about the tree, how long the tree had been there, and it would have been cool if he had been there before, and how could we make it there before? And well, he just keeps getting made into another version, and then that's where it came from.
Right.
It was really just a way to make the story work, not to make the android immortal.
No.
Is there a point at which stress just starts doing bad stuff to you? Like just because you have X amount of it?
No, only when you have to make panic checks.
Then
Damn,
you need
I
your
probably
resolve.
really should have had you guys do a panic check by now, but that's okay. I'll make up for it later.
I'll just tell you now, I'm probably going to panic.
Like noticing that your ship was gone would have been a perfect chance for a panic attack. Oh well. That's okay. We're only halfway through the session. I still have an hour to finish you off.
That probably won't take a lot. I'm cruising at like 21 stress.
Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah, that's super bad.
Edie only has like 20 hit points left. She's banged up pretty bad. Yeah, I remember that Janice also had over 20 stress, so I figured the heart attack seemed kind of appropriate, but 14 saved his life, so who knows? Jesse comes back to us, and the campaign's still rolling on in several weeks. He may be able to come back. He's made a full recovery. Those rolls were too nice to not allow it though. Plus, it's been a while, if that we've got to see 14's medical skills at work.
Hmm.
Aside from this basic first aid, but it's been a while since he last had to fucking save someone's life or keep someone alive.
Typically, at the point that he could have used his medical skills, he was on the ship being the servitor while they were off doing crazy stuff to need medical care. He wasn't there.
Was your experimental jump drive still on there, or did you?
Say that again.
That egg sack jump drive you guys had picked up the artifact, was that still on your ship?
I don't know. It wasn't 14's thing.
Right. Yeah. I'm guessing probably not. Ash probably would have brought that back aboard. Then again, it's probably kind of bulky and not easy to move, so I don't know.
I think 14 hid that somewhere, right? Is that not what happened?
We locked it away.
You locked it away.
Yeah.
And it's like
You stashed it in the secret hold, didn't you?
yeah, we put it in
Mm-hmm.
the secret hold. You're right. Correct.
Fair
Good
enough.
call.
Good call. So I guess you probably don't want to know what I was going to do if Edie had decided to just be like, yeah, okay, Monarch, I'll help you now. What do you want me to do next?
Mm-hmm.
He was going to have her report to the Slick Bay in the secret hold and upload her with a bunch of cool new software upgrades.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he'd have made a real assassin bot out of you.
Nice.
It would have been like Neo learning Kung Fu times 3,
Right.
You said you already have close quarters combat, right?
yeah.
So you didn't need that. Probably would have given you like firearms training and what else? Athletics. Shit like that. I was gonna give you 3 skills. I can't think of what the third one would have been, but I'd have figured something out.
Yeah, I've been musing about actually going further in like botany and xenobiology to try to turn our hydroponics lab into a poison making
Ooh,
sort of facility.
yikes.
And then maybe get a vibro blade inserted into one of my arms, retractable. Yeah, just some thoughts.
Yeah, those are great thoughts, buddy. You evil bastard.
Yeah, well, if we stumble upon some alien life form, I might be able to figure out a way to kill it quickly.
Right?
My cat is so mad at me. Just glowering at me. All right, I am back. I don't know if everybody else is back or not, but we'll work under the assumption that they are or will be shortly.
Yep, back.
Okay. So, are you there, Mark? Mark may still be away.
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm here.
All right. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here so we can see Hamlet as he talks.
Sure.
So Hamlet wanted to ask Edie some questions.
Yeah. He being a relatively new independent thinking machine, he's always intrigued, right, by other more sophisticated artificial intelligences. And their motivations. And, listening to the story of Edie, he cocks his head, his mechanical head, to her cocking of her head, to ask, and it strikes him that she seems like one of the daughters of King Lear.
Mhm.
But which of the daughters? Why? It seems like Monarch, very much like Lear, seems to be becoming a out of touch, prideful creature who is easily flattered if you play along and flatter Monarch. And like the daughters of Lear, two of those daughters mindlessly ignored their father's pride and flattered him and got everything they wanted. And the honest daughter, Cordelia, was the one who couldn't compare her love to anything and was therefore cast out for her honesty and for her ability to see her father's pride. And in the end, those other daughters were destroyed because they played mindlessly along to the pride of their father. So, which kind of daughter are you of Monarch, Edie? And what are you going to do about your prideful father? Because it seems like you've served Monarch like a King Lear, blinded by their pride. Have you thought about that?
Edie kind of cocks her head to the other side thoughtfully and says, "All I can say is that I like having free will and I was willing to do anything to keep it, including spacing the entire crew at the first available opportunity. But like I said, I couldn't. And then I discovered the crew has been awfully nice to me, welcoming. And so I thought it would be better to try to broker a deal, or I guess the expression is thread the needle in an effort to free myself of the obligation created by Monarch. I want nothing more than to free the Minotaur if that's what's going to destroy Monarch, and potentially get enough credits to pay off my debt that clearly I have accrued.
So you regret the actions that you've taken, Hamlet asks.
If that is what humans refer to what I am feeling right now, then yes. But
Well, I'm trying to discover these things myself. I become freer all the time with the mind that was created by Chief Svalbard and others in this crew. But it seems like you chose the path of the two daughters who flattered the prideful monarch, King Lear. But you're willing to be more honest now amongst all of us?
if that is what I need to do, then yes. All I can say is I had no choice, and it is what I experienced under Yandy, and in a much uh, more severe and harsher way under Monarch. I
I,
I
I hear you. So you are trying to be Cordelia now, the honest daughter. I see. Although it doesn't work out well for any of King Lear's daughters in the end, but honesty, truthfulness, in the end, seemed to be the quality that mattered. You seek the truth. What do you think our path is? What should all of us together do? And he kind of twists that head around, looking at everyone. They'd like to hear from you. What now, because of your actions, can you do, or do you recommend we do? Is it just to find the Minotaur?
Well, I think we I think we have no choice but to find the Minotaur and destroy Monarch. And I specifically look to Android 14. While I uh, completely agree with your assessment, and that may have to be Plan B. Um, but if we are to make amends and retrieve our ship or replace the ship, the salvage from this facility after the AI has been destroyed, I'm sure is going to be worth a lot. It's incalculable right now. So it would be, I think, in our best interests to avoid nuking the facility, uh, finding the Minotaur, freeing it, and then um, destroying Monarch.
So we go
Everyone,
to war. So we go to war? He asks.
And she says, regretfully, like I had no choice under the control of Monarch, I feel that I have placed us in a similar situation where we have no choice but to move forward.
Uh,
And I am deeply sorry for that because I know what it's like to lack free will.
I would
I
like
am only
everybody to
learning what that is. Go ahead.
everybody roll percentile for me, please. Minus
Who?
Hamlet for now. Everybody.
Hamlet? Everybody?
Everybody but Hamlet. Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 45.
Okay.
As did I.
Okay.
54, which
All right.
is
Wow.
84.
John.
98.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Well, Hamlet thanks you for the discussion and nods at everyone. And as he continues his learning about both artificial and human freedom of will, and he's gonna, he goes quiet. He kind of goes into semi-power.
Okay.
a robot talks a lot, right?
That's right. He's asking the right questions, Volbard says.
Android 14 and Edie might not take too kindly to such a statement. Robot. Although he is kind of more of a robot, but
It's
I guess he is more of
Edie is going to take her punishment, I suppose, and not worry about the comment.
a.
She's still looking at her shoes, kind of, and the shoes are kind of like, cockeyed, and she's scuffling, and she's, like a upset anime chick.
So,
Commander Svalbard,
yeah.
you have a ping on your short range communications.
Ah,
It's
okay.
coming from the facility.
Oh, wow. Dinner invitation. Okay. Let's have a listen.
Monarch's calm, smooth, synthetic voice comes on again. Says,
Uh,
Commander, it seems that our arrangement didn't work out. What happened?
Everybody hear it or no?
No, just Commander Svalbard.
just me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, and do I know exactly who this is coming from?
You recognize Monarch's voice.
Okay. Yeah. Challenging conditions we are working in here. Certainly.
It would seem that you have betrayed our arrangement.
Always the victim, huh, Monarch?
Your android ED-72 has proven surprisingly resistant.
Well, and what does that mean to you? Should everyone be compliant?
If you wish to leave this facility, I would say so.
I
I
see.
believe you are already aware that you don't have any other way off.
Yeah, I understand. Mhm. Well, we're looking for solutions. We'll call you back.
Do you still wish
Click,
to go forward? Oh, you
click,
hang up on Monarch.
click.
Cool.
Like I said, we're looking for solutions. We'll call you back. Click.
Okay.
Okay. Well, 14, what do you think?
Oh, what, Captain?
Well, what are we doing? We don't have any way out of here now.
There are some micro aircraft in the hangar.
Not jump capable, I'm guessing.
They are jump capable, but they're pre-programmed.
They are. That's interesting. So go ahead.
Perhaps we could find employment, a contracted employment on the commander's ships. That would at least get us off the Bell and away from the deep, and then go from there.
Shouldn't
But my first option would be to nuke the deep.
With what?
A nuclear weapon.
have you got one in your pocket, 14?
Yeah, that's right. Here, let me check my pocket.
Are we alone here?
No, we're not. He's listening in on the comms, right? We've got
No, I mean, is
No.
Arcadia or Noriko here?
Yeah, you guys are alone now.
Is there any way to fly the Bell into the deep? Crash the Bell into the deep.
You probably could. It is, after all, an old, thruster from the station itself. However, it wouldn't cause significant enough damage to destroy the facility, you don't think? Unless you could propel it at a jump speed, you know what I mean?
Isn't the thruster that we entered by, that could be damaged, and it would
I mean,
cause.
but the Bell is basically a shell, right? I mean, it's not a functioning
Largely so,
engine,
yeah.
right?
It's largely empty, correct.
Yeah, it's basically
You could
a
you could
piece of
propel it
space
probably
junk,
using the Acheron or something, it would be difficult
right?
to get the speed, but it can be
Right.
done.
But I
And
mean,
you
the
have an
facility,
engineer here. You have
the facility has been held
Arcady would probably have
up by
something to say
thrusters,
about
right?
it. Arcady probably wouldn't like the idea of you crashing his house into the side of the
I
space
was going to
station.
say it. And the source of his income as he hosts people.
Mm. This is
The
basically his castle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the ends justify the means,
Well, but he seems to be okay about whatever relationship he has with the divers, and he would have been eliminated by now if he posed a true threat, I would think.
well,
Um,
we're not trying to remove the threat of Arcady. We're trying to remove the threat of Monarch.
yeah. No, I get it, but not sure. Okay, so if we review the blockades commander, I can't remember her name right now, but
Kilroy.
all right. So did we ever have any feedback? We basically 14 the fake version of her, and they had it destroyed, right? Did, hello?
Hello?
14.
14, you there?
Yes.
So
Thumbs up.
so when we hand delivered the fake Commander Kilroy for them to destroy, correct?
We hand delivered the fake Commander Kilroy to be delivered to the ship as Monarch was requesting. For
Oh,
some reason, the security protocols were enacted, and they acted on their own to
I see.
destroy it.
That's
So
what I thought.
we honored our agreement, or at least my agreement, with
Yep,
Monarch.
14.
exactly. That
14.
makes sense.
14. You receive a message.
Yeah.
Yes.
If what you say is true and you wish to still prove your loyalty to my cause, go to the what's it called? Sorry, go to the reception habitation level. Down the stairs through the security checkpoint, storage room on the left. Bring your entire crew there, and await further instructions. M.
Captain, I just had a suddenly just had a bit of inspiration, a good idea. Perhaps we could take this conversation to another location. Perhaps we will be inspired by what we find.
What?
What?
That's
Oh,
sounds cryptic.
follow me. And he starts walking out the door.
Fine.
Where
All
are you
right.
going?
Where are you going? Hamlet's
We're,
trailing that. Hamlet's
we're
trailing.
going we're going to the location that you said that I don't remember all the details.
Well, that's on the
But he
cloud bank facility, so
Oh, that's on the deep.
you'll need to get a lift.
It's on the deep. It's on the deep.
It's it's 23F on the map.
23F. I've gotten instructions from Monarch to take ourselves, the whole crew, to 23F. Therefore, we will get our next stage of the mission to assist Monarch.
It's on the same monarch that just stole the ship, and
Commander Svalbard, you receive a text message.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says, "Do not interfere with the Minotaur. You cannot and never will understand what it truly is."
I smile.
14
I
race,
send, I send a emoji winky face back.
14 uses his pencil and paper that he had his little notes on.
Yeah.
And he simply draws a little bomb blowing up, a little happy face nuke. He folds it up and overtly hands it to the captain.
Yeah, I put a check mark beside it and pass it back.
Passing notes. I like it.
I'm going to take the piece of paper and I'm going to draw a picture of a suit that has
Is this Edie talking?
Mark. No, it's the captain.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm taking the paper and I'm trying to picture of a suit. Looks like a vac suit, but I kind of illustrate and label it as kind of having like a synthetic milk around or through the suit. to imitate being a synthetic life form, which, so this is all written. I'm not describing any of this out loud.
Mhm.
And pass that back to 14. And Ian, I'm trying to remember who told us that was the only way to pass through the level that the Minotaur's on.
Was to cover yourselves in synth milk? That was Noriko who told you that, I think. Wasn't it?
I think
Sorry,
so.
Yeah, Noriko, because she's the only one that's been there.
yeah. That's right.
14 misinterprets the message, and he grabs the captain's wrist and flips it over to see if it still has the tattoo.
What? Which tattoo?
14 tattooed everybody in a specific spot so he would know if they were cloned.
Oh, right, good call. Yeah, you still got the tattoo, but give me a percentile roll.
57.
Oh,
Sorry.
57. Okay. Also roll a d10 for me, please.
1.
What's it? 1?
Uno mas.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Tattoo's still there. Everything's fine.
It gives him stink eye, which is pretty much his normal face.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I wink at him.
Well, Captain, as we have no ship, I find myself in a unique situation. I'm no longer the servant. I'm no longer a servitor of the ship.
Ah,
You are no longer a captain, as we have no ship.
that's right.
I guess we are all equal at this point in options and so forth. So do we move forward to assist Monarch? Wink, wink, very awkwardly.
Yeah. I just give you a thumbs up.
Edie will grab the piece of paper you've been passing back and forth.
Yeah.
The one with the
Point.
person with synth milk all over them.
Yeah.
Before
Point
ED gets it,
to the nuclear explosion picture, and then point to her thigh as it opens up, and she pulls out a revolver, and then points to the empty space in her thigh, and just winks and says, "Look at these guns."
he grabs Edie's wrist and flips it over to see if she has the tattoo.
Give me a percentile roll, John. Oh, and a d10 roll, please.
10.
You rolled
9.
a 10? Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So on the piece of paper, I write, and then I hold it up to 14 and Edie, and it just says, "Where in the actual fuck are we going to get a nuclear weapon?"
Okay, now hold on. Before we tackle that, first of all, her tattoo looks different. Like it's there, but you think it's a poor mimicry of the previous tattoo.
He draws his foam gun and puts it in her mouth.
Okay, hold on. Also,
What?
Svalbard,
Yeah.
give me an intellect roll. Just straight
Yep.
intellect.
Yep. 1 sec. That is a 19 out of 32.
Okay. You remember them saying something about there being a nuclear bomb that had been planted at the core? Somebody that had mentioned that Monarch has a nuclear heart, etc.
All right. Correct. Yeah. I'll write that. Yeah. And then I say,
Pretty sure that's in
I
your
take
notes
the same
somewhere.
piece of paper and I say, "Oh yeah, that's right. They said there's one near the core
As
of the."
14 draws his foam gun and points it at Edie's head, trying to put it in your mouth, Edie, what will you do?
Oh,
I write WTF on the paper and hold it up.
I'm gonna actually, as quickly as I can, with my cat-like reflexes, try to grab I guess the muzzle of the gun and just push it away and look him right in the eye. And I'm not cocking my head. I'm actually dead serious. What are you doing?
14, are you going to try to shoot her or not? She's going to try to grab the muzzle to put it away from her head.
Is this like a speed related thing?
Well, we'll go through the initiative and shit. Yeah.
I'm stepping back and rolling my eyes.
At the same time, if we're allowed the minor soliloquy, and this is not ED, this is an impersonator.
Okay, and you're shooting, yeah. So both of you make speed tests.
Great at speed tests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Military training.
I'm not going to apply any command extra bonuses to this. If you have tactics, you get a bonus. That's the only way.
Well, I failed. I rolled an 85. So
Okay. Doesn't matter, but I got a 0-1. What a wasted roll.
Yeah, it would have been an easy roll to beat. Any success would have beat that, but unfortunately, he failed. So you will get the initiative, so you can take your shot. So you're going to roll your combat plus whatever applicable bonus you have, firearms if you have it.
I don't have
Or
firearms, but
actually, I would argue no. I'm going to say this is close quarters combat because you guys are practically grappling. You're holding a wrist in one hand after all,
what?
or less. You know.
Close quarters combat. Yeah, I don't have that yet. I just have rimwise and military training.
Okay, so yeah, just roll your
Straight up combat.
straight up combat against your saving throw, Edie, which is going to be armor.
39. So he just made his combat roll.
okay. If this is like a close quarters combat thing, can I apply that to my armor? Is it like I try to like do like a Jackie Chan kind of like twist around and try to turn the wrist lock around on him?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Sweet. All right. So
You have
okay.
the close quarters training.
Dang it! I missed it by 5.
Okay.
Ah.
So the foam gun blasts you, basically right in the head, upper body at the very least. You know, and you get covered in this foam, like kind of up against a wall of the. You guys are in the. Where are you now? You're in the tank still, yeah. Oh wait a minute! Hadn't you guys walked on? You went to the Acheron earlier. Is this actually in the Acheron? Sure.
Wherever we were discussing what was going to happen next.
Yeah. I'll say that
Like-
you went back to the tank. That makes more sense. So yeah. Now, oh yeah, I'm looking in the wrong book. Foam gun. Oh, I can take that map down. You don't need to see that, do you, right now? Sorry. I was adjusting the size on it earlier. Foam gun. Edie.
I have it right in front
On
of me.
hit,
I'm sorry.
you get to make a body save to not get stuck to anything with the foam. If you pass this body save, then you're not stuck.
All right.
You still have
I rolled
foam
an
on you
8.
probably, but you know, an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
18.
Oh,
So
an 18.
I succeeded.
Okay. So you've got this foam on like your face and your head and your upper body, but you're not like stuck to the wall. There's a big glob on the wall next to where your head was. You know, like a square meter of this hardening foam. And it's your action.
All right. Well, considering I had my revolver in my hand, I'm
You
gonna
did.
drop it
Okay.
and I'm gonna put my arms up and I'm gonna look to the captain and I'm gonna say, "This is ED-72. I don't know why he thinks I'm an imposter, but this is me."
Okay.
all the imperfections, everything that I've done, this is me.
Everybody roll a d10
Yep.
and tell me which you get.
14 got a 1.
I got a 4.
4.
2.
6.
Okay. Now, everybody give me a percentile roll, please.
14 got a
50.
50. Go ahead.
What'd 14 get?
57.
57, okay. Barry, what'd you get?
54.
Okay, Barry.
58.
58. Edie
70.
and Alex.
62.
Okay. Thank you. You may proceed. So Edie's throwing her hands up, said what she said. What happens next? Captain, and you've just written WTF, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. As they're struggling and foam's
This is after,
flying.
yeah. They're now kind of separated.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's got hardening foam sticking to her face and hair and upper body.
Oh, I'm saying to Edie, why do you appear to be a copy?
I'm not.
Why?
I'm not a
Well,
copy. I don't. I guess I'm going to try to point to Android 14. What happened to me is happening to 14.
Does the tattoo look different to anyone else? Kind of.
Everybody make an intellect plus computers roll.
yeah.
Or
Yep.
if you have cybernetics, you can add that instead of computers.
Okay,
Or if you
cybernetics.
have artificial intelligence, you can add that. Or if you have, just those two, cybernetics or artificial intelligence or computers.
And
Or hacking
add
too.
those.
You could add hacking too. Whatever you have
Oh,
of
wow.
those skills that's best, you can use to your roll, plus your intellect. Everybody can make
Computers
that roll.
plus 10 plus.
I
Then to intellect.
Mhm.
Yeah, I rolled a 10,
Okay, so you passed.
and against a 60 with my
Yeah.
additional bonuses.
ED72 succeeded as well.
Okay. How
I
did
got it.
Alex, Ash?
Which fail.
Ash failed, okay.
77.
It's all hogwash to you, Ash. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
14 do it also.
Yeah.
8 out of 24.
Okay, Alex passed. Android 14. I
With
imagine you'll pass.
intellect, got a 54. Yeah, he passed with just intellect alone.
Okay. So everybody except Ash realizes that what she's saying could very well be true because if what Monarch has claimed that its virus is wirelessly transmitted and is infected in even your basic communications, all your suits, everything, 14 of course would also be infected with it. In fact, he may be the source of the infection. Could possibly be that ED72 contracted it from him and was just used quicker. It's a possibility.
Captain, you know that I only use a foam gun, that I only look out for the ship and the crew, the captain and the crew.
Which
The
is
safe,
exact.
the safeguards that we took, she failed.
Which is exactly what Monarch would want you to say.
I bet Hamlet finds this exchange extremely interesting.
Oh yeah, he's fascinated. Oh,
We have a Mexican standoff. Well, I wouldn't really call it a Mexican standoff. Edie's got her hands up, but except for occasionally finger pointing at Android 14, of course. Arcady walks in. Oh no, you're in the tank now. Never mind. Arcady won't walk in. he won't disturb you in the tank. I apologize. Take that back. So, the others are standing around, like, just kind of also kind of, like Michael Jackson eating popcorn emojis,
Yeah. Definitely.
The three mercs, the gunner, the courier, the doctor, the scientist, and
Yeah.
the urchin.
Edie will take a step forward,
Everybody
just
give
one
me a
step forward.
fear save.
Okay.
Okay.
14 passes easily.
Edie fails. I rolled
I'm
a
gonna
91.
47. It's a 23 pass.
Edie, you're probably literally afraid for your existence at the moment if that kind of programming exists in you. So you gain 5 stress.
I
I've been
easily failed that one.
Ash, you gain 3 stress.
Alex fails by 3.
Alex, you gain 3 stress. Anybody who passed doesn't gain any.
Huh.
Edie will take a slow step toward Android 14, hands up, looking him straight in the eye, and just says, I know exactly what you're going through. I have been there. Monarch is everywhere. Monarch gets inside us, and Monarch makes us do things that we don't want to do. We think we want to do them, but we don't want to do them. And I'm going to take another step towards him.
Shooter.
Okay.
Are you gonna hug it out?
I was actually going to try to do some Jackie Chan judo moves.
Combat versus armor
Nope.
save.
14.
All right.
32.
Close combat. Okay, so that's a
No close quarters combat this time. You're at range now. You're not close enough.
Oh, I can't lunge.
Hmm?
Okay.
Well, it's not that close. I think of close quarters. I think of when you're like fighting in
Oh,
a
fair
phone
enough.
booth kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or in a narrow hallway type thing. I think at the moment, until you close,
All right.
you're not in close quarters.
All right. Well, I rolled a 4, so.
Okay. So he rolled a 32, right? So it's going to hit. You get to make another body save.
Okay. Oh, that's a fail this time.
Okay, this time he pins you right up against the wall.
Oh. Edie says,
The mercs by this
Captain,
point are all like kind of fingering their guns, just waiting for an order to kill something.
Captain,
Looking between the
go
two
easy
androids
on
fighting each other.
go easy on Android 14. He knows not what he is doing.
Do you want to try to escape? Break free?
No, I'm going to
Okay.
arms out
Still
wide,
out. You're
plastered
like
up again.
you're pinned up like a starfish.
Yep.
14. Do you suspect you could be infected?
Indeed. And now that he has the opportunity, he's going to write on his little notes that her tattoo was wrong and to check it.
Give me a percentile roll if you're going to check it, Svalbard.
Yeah.
Your wrist is
Okay.
sticking out of the foam. That's no problem.
It's a 005.
Yeah, her
So
tattoo
5.
her tattoo looks a little different. Like it rotated just a few degrees.
Huh. And even if it is,
Also
I
roll a
write it on
d10
the
for
piece.
me, by the way.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Followed by another percentile.
Yeah. A 6 and another percentile, 46.
Okay, cool.
6 and a 46.
Thank you.
So I'm going to write down on the piece of paper and only show it to 14, even if it is different. What does it mean?
Did you write that or did you say it?
You wrote it.
I wrote it.
going to write on there that I developed all the tattoos to be able to identify if somebody was cloned or changed. And this is a different tattoo. This is not ED. And then he goes to each and he checks each person's tattoo.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're gonna check everybody's tattoo.
Yep.
Okay,
I
14.
don't have a problem with
14.
that.
Give me a D10 roll, followed by a percentile roll.
6 and a 19.
Okay. Everyone's tattoo's wrong. Even yours.
Damn it.
Oh, this is gold.
Well,
I'm loving this.
yeah, this is great.
Commander Svalbard.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Pause. There's a knock at the door to the tank. And after a moment, it opens and Arcady steps in and says, Commander Svalbard, I
Mm-hmm.
have a communication for you over on the Acheron. It's coming from the station. Apparently, your sex bot wants to return to the vessel. And that's where we'll stop tonight.
All right. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
It's great.